Good morning, guys. It's Jeff. So I'm out for a morning run, and this is something kind of new to me. I've been kind of incorporating it into my exercise along with cardio at home and some lifting weights and stuff, like weight training and shit at home. So I've just been trying to get out and run at least once or twice a week. Who knows how long this will last, because I used to really hate running. Actually, I barely have ever run my entire life. I just have those like flashbacks from middle school where they have you run like a mile and it's like you can't even make it. At least I could barely make it. I hated gym class when I was in high school and middle school and etc. I almost failed, I think, once just because I didn't want to. It's not that I didn't want to exercise, it was just really weird for me to be like in a locker room with a bunch of other guys and me coming to terms with like my sexuality. So yeah, but yeah, I'm out running today and I'm in this graveyard, which I usually just run to. It's like a really huge graveyard, and it's really kind of weird to be running in a graveyard, but it really does kind of make you feel like alive, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna get back to it because I am starving, so I want to get home and make something to eat. This is the old part of the graveyard. It's actually a pretty old graveyard. They have these really old gravestones. I don't know, this one actually says 1909. It actually goes back further than that. Here's an older one. This one, they died in 1870 and they were only 18 years old. So, run is over. I still don't know how I feel about running. I am warming up to it a little bit, so that's a positive step. So I also think that maybe doing cardio and weight training is more what I'm focused on, but I do enjoy getting out, especially since it's going to be winter soon, and winter usually totally destroys my motivation. So I'm not going to let it do it this year. So yeah, let's go get some breakfast because I am starving. So for breakfast, I am having a pretty big smoothie. It's like 4 bananas, a bunch of spinach, some water and cashew milk, and some of this raw protein and green powder. I've been meaning to buy this for quite a while, and I've had it before in like the small packets. It's really tasty, and it's completely raw and just has a whole bunch of whole ingredients plus probiotics. And I actually really enjoy the taste. I really enjoy this chocolate cacao a lot. They make like a vanilla and like another one that's just like slightly sweetened. But I think I'm gonna start like incorporating this into maybe like desserty things, like some like banana oat cookies and smoothies and other things, just to up my protein game, especially since I've been exercising a lot more lately. And I got this bottle for free with the purchase of that powder. Aaron got one too because he had to have one as well. So hopefully he actually uses it. Please fit. Yes. So for lunch here I got some potatoes. Aaron's making some sort of like potato calzone thing. You can see it right there in the oven cooking along. But I'm using the rest of these potatoes, and I just used some kimchi from my girl Sunja. This stuff is amazing. I've told you guys about it before. And I also drizzled on some of this coconut aminos garlic sauce, which is made from like coconut sap and some other things. This stuff is delicious. I just bought it like a week ago, and I've been putting it on like everything. It tastes so good. And I got some broccoli here as well, and just some pepper. So this is just a really simple and very delicious lunch. So I'm about to start dinner, guys, and I am making my very first vegan shepherd's pie. So I got a whole bunch of veggies chopped up here. So I got some just regular white button mushrooms, some peas, some carrots, some garlic, some onion, and some frozen celery that I chopped up previously and froze just to be able to use it later. And I just cooked off a whole bunch of just like brown, regular, green, and I don't even know what kind of lentils they are, but just the basic, like generic lentils. And I'm going to now start sauteing all these vegetables. And while this is at a boil with the veggie stock in it, I'm going to add a slurry, which is pretty much just either cornstarch and water, but I'm using just some whole wheat flour and a little bit of water, and this is just going to help thicken this up into like a gravy. Now that I've got it cooked into this really lovely like gravy texture, I had to add a little bit more of the slurry to get it a lot thicker, but if you like it a little bit looser, this probably won't exactly work for like a shepherd's pie, but this is a really great way to even just like make like a gravy. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some fresh parsley right into this. And then pretty much this is where you could just add in the amount of lentils that you want. I might just do it in batches to see if it's enough to make a shepherd's pie. I don't want to add too many lentils, but I also don't want to add too little, so I'm just going to do it in batches to make sure. This already looks like delicious, guys. I could just like eat this gravy by itself. It looks so good. Oh my god, guys, look at this. This is like comfort food to the max, and I haven't even like made the potatoes yet. Okay, now time for the potatoes. Time to mash these potatoes, so I'm just gonna add a splash of water. And this is pretty much where you could use milk instead, like a plant milk would be perfect for this, and you could add some like vegan butter to this, but I'm keeping it healthy and unprocessed, so I'm just going to use water. And then I'm just going to add in some chopped garlic. Since this is going to get baked in the oven, I'm just going to leave this raw because it should get cooked while it's baking. Just add some extra flavor into this. You can also add some salt and pepper into this as well after it's mashed. And since I don't have a potato masher, I always use this, and it's a ravioli maker, but it usually does the job, so it might take a little longer than usual, but this is what I use. See, it kind of works. So it's all mashed up and delicious, and as you can see I left the skins on because I wanted some of the nutrients from the skin as well. But you don't have to do this, you can peel your potatoes before you boil them. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of nutritional yeast to kind of give it that kind of cheesy-esque flavor. It's not traditional in like a shepherd's pie, but I think it'll be really tasty in this. Okay, so now it's time to assemble. So you're just going to take your lentil filling mixture here, and you're just going to put it in the bottom of a baking dish. You can kind of just use whatever size you want. And I'd probably go half of this mixture and then half of the potatoes. Now time for the potatoes, and you're just going to put them right on top of this. And you're going to spread it out so that there's potato on every single top part. Into the oven we go. So I just opened the oven and removed the foil from this, and I'm gonna let this go back into the oven a little bit longer because right after I prepared it, I put it in the fridge for a little bit because I wanted to do some exercise before I wanted to eat. So I'm gonna throw this back into the oven now, and I'm gonna let the top brown a little bit, so I'll probably throw it back in for maybe like 15 more minutes. All done, guys. Now you have to let this sit for a little bit. It thickens up as it like cools a little bit, so it doesn't just all like fall apart when you cut it and put it on a plate. Oh my god, guys, look at this. It looks so good. I cannot wait to devour this. I'm so hungry. So I just finished eating dinner and it was so delicious. I haven't had like shepherd's pie since like, it's been a really long time since I've had it. And it was really nice to recreate it and veganize it, and it tastes so good. So I have some video editing I need to work on, and then Aaron's gonna get home in a little while, and we'll probably just relax the rest of the evening and watch Hulu or Netflix or something. I don't even know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe here at Lost in Vegetation to keep up with me, Jeff, and all my vegan content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Grand Canyon!